If not already, Kanye West and Bianca Censori will soon be snapped in a prison van. That's right. We know Italians for their literal need to stick by their traditions and values, and Kanye West sure seems to have not been on the memo list when it comes to that. Recently, West and his now wife Bianca Censori were caught in quite a compromising position on a boat, and well, the details are pretty embarrassing. Here's what we know. As Kanye West and his wife, Bianca Censori, continue their luxurious tour of Italy, they have dominated the news for the past few weeks. Censori for public indecency, a crime that carries a fine of up to €309, according to the Italian Constitutional Court, has upset residents due to the 46-year-old rapper and his 28-year-old architect partner's bizarre wardrobe choices.
Bianca Censori, who is often referred to as Kanye West's wife, appeared exhausted as she stepped out in Italy wearing a revealing bikini and no shoes. The Yeezy Architect 28 met up with stronger rapper.
The duo, who reportedly married in a secret ceremony in January, stooped to new lows on Tuesday when they were caught sharing a passionate embrace on a boat, with West baring his naked buttocks to the public.
As a smokescreen for her, but Kanye had his full butt hanging out. There's no way he did not know this was happening, because you would feel the breeze.
Of course.
And if that wasn't enough, it seems like it's the climax of a crazy few weeks for the two, during which they've drawn criticism for their behavior, and Kim Kardashian, West's ex-wife, is reportedly desperately humiliated and scared about him. For one, the couple made sure to draw attention to themselves as soon as they landed in Italy, with Censori wearing a see-through crop top and West going shoeless. Then again, Censori, who is often mistaken for Kim Kardashian, was also shoeless and was photographed lifting her tight white skirt to reveal her toned bottoms. As for West, he went shirtless with his big black suit. Moving on, a few days later, Bianca Censori made sure to draw attention to herself once again, this time while wearing a highly plunging black bikini top. She completed her outfit with a pair of skin-tight black leggings and walked barefoot through the crowds to her waiting car. And while West was not present for Censori's brief public appearance, the actress was still accompanied by the star's security detail. In the evening, they continued to draw attention by taking another stroll barefoot.
You're looking good, Kanye.
Yet, in an apparently uncommon cheerful moment, the two were seen enjoying huge grins while catching up as they wandered through the moonlit streets after buying gelato in the city. But this time, Censori wore a daring and racy outfit that had a white crop top that was almost see-through. You see, her trendy shirt had sleeves of a medium length, while she covered her newly bleached blonde pixie cut with a white cap of the same material, while West wore the baggy black outfit he always wears, complete with a hooded jacket that he pulled up over his freshly shaven head. Taking a deeper look at their vacation, during a brief stop in Verona, West, of course, had to, so he drew attention to himself by covering his face and dressing all in black despite the high temperature. You heard that right. The 46-year-old musician stood out in a crowd while wearing a t-shirt under a charcoal gray jumper and a huge black hood over his head. But for those of you who are wondering why the sudden vacation to Italy, well, to the delight of his fans, West flew to Rome to join Travis Scott on stage at the Circus Maximus. Ahan. His first public performance following last year's horrible anti-Semitism scandal was this one, with Scott, 32, announcing his presence by saying, "Only one human being on this mother-effing planet that has ever walked side by side with me through anything and every mother-effing thing. There is no utopia without Kanye West. There is no Travis Scott without Kanye West. There is no Rome without Kanye West. Make some noise for yeah."
There is no utopia without Kanye West. There is no Travis Scott without Kanye West. There is no Rome without Kanye West. Make some noise for yeah!
The two then sang the songs Praise God and Can't Tell Me Nothing, with fans simply going crazy.
I want everybody to make some motherfucking noise for the greatest of all motherfucking time. Yeah!
Not to forget Kanye's wife wearing a thong leotard and translucent tights, snuggled close to the rapper for a sensuous shot as the crowd went wild for the performance. The performance evidently inspired West, as he later surprised his followers with a dinner-time concert. West was overheard performing his famous single, Devil, in a new dress at an Italian restaurant, and the Black Eyed Peas' I Got a Feeling. West was also seen dancing with Censori while holding her close in his arms in the footage from their performance excursion. Later, the couple was spotted holding hands and kissing when Censori exposed her bottom in a see-through white spandex garment, yet once again. And while this was happening, West, who was clad in all black from head to toe, grabbed his wife quite weirdly, especially since them being in public at that time. And although Bianca's attire was borderline daring before due to low-cut shirts and cleavage exposure, she has recently taken to wearing skin-tight bodysuits in the form of Kim Kardashian's Skims line. So there's that. Also, on the rare occasions when she chooses to cover up, she does it in a fashion that is symbolic of Kim's distinctive style, a long leather trench coat. But is she slowly starting to resemble Kim Kardashian with that appearance? Or is it just her own unique expression of style? Or even worse, maybe Kanye has cloned her to look just like his ex-wife. Reportedly, Kanye West and his wife Bianca are working on a fashion return. They are having a great time on their trip, and Kanye has been feeling really inspired, sources close to the couple have revealed. They claim that he is creating designs, composing songs, and finding inspiration. And, of course, then comes the incident on the boat. How can we not talk about the incident on the boat? According to recent pictures that are making rounds all over social media, whilst on an extremely romantic boat trip with his wife in Verona, West was discovered bearing all. Yep. West's buttocks were exposed to tourists during a boat trip with his bride, further infuriating locals who had already taken offense to Censori's scantily clad attire. In photos of the couple together, Censori can be seen resting her head on the rapper's lap as he sits in the back of a boat. The couple put on an amorous show, seemingly oblivious to the crowds of visitors that sailed past them, phones out. Though before everything embarrassing went down, West was seen going through the submerging metropolis before he boarded the boat, clothed from head to toe in black attire. He strolled hand in hand with Censori while his face was covered with a scarf, wearing big black socks instead of shoes. Meanwhile, the brunette beauty wore a knee-length trench coat and barefoot shoes, radiating an air of easy elegance as she entered. Both, though, seemed to abandon their reservations and drop their clothes down once they were on board. And since it's not an exaggeration, West literally pulled down his jeans, revealing his bare backside, while Censori shed her coat for a strapless nothing, if you ask us. So yes, as they drifted down the river, Censori looked to be facing her husband and resting her elbows on his knees before he was seen holding her head, somewhat cradling it, which has left fans mortified.
It sucks, you know, when someone doesn't see how different they are.
But you keep looking for that person.
I always will.
According to reports, the couple had been joined by a female companion who was also dressed in all black for the boat ride. Though she appeared to spend most of her time in the bow with the captain, so West and Bianca could enjoy the utmost in privacy as the company cruised through Venice. But while Kanye and his wife Bianca Censori have been spotted out and about in Italy, Kanye's ex-wife Kim is experiencing secondhand shame for her husband. A source close to the family of Kardashians said, "She is so worried about the new pictures that have come out with Bianca. How will she explain it all to the kids?"
It's really confusing for me. It's so different than the person that I married because that's who I loved and that's who I remember. I'll do anything to get that person.
The source continued. She's embarrassed and worried for him. He's barefoot and carrying a bottle of champagne around the street. Something's obviously not right. An insider also revealed that the socialite finds it difficult to move on from her marriage to the rapper, with whom she has 4 children, because of West's constant antics against her. Every time Kanye and Bianca do one of these almost naked stunts, it brings back memories of Kim wearing skin-tight exposed outfits during the marriage, a source close to Kim said. According to the source, Kim would rather leave it all behind and move on for good. Meanwhile, people in Venice, a more traditional part of Italy where the majority of residents are Catholic, have criticized the couple and demanded that they be arrested for indecent exposure. So what do you guys have to say about Kanye and Bianca's recent vacation tidbits? Make sure to drop by in the comments section below. To catch us for more updates, simply hit the really cool bell icon.